Hey guys, Suro and Disney here, and it is way late. Way later than I wanted it to be. It's after 11 p.m. on Thursday night, and got back from B-Dubs a couple hours ago, and I finally relaxed a little bit, and I wanted to shoot you guys a video, and I wanted to talk all about Hollywood, but I was not able to get down all the information I would like to have. So my Hollywood video is postponed for the time being. What I do want to talk about is something that was found by somebody on the Horror Night Nightmares forums, and it was, I believe, Admiral HHN, if I remember correctly, and I could be mistaken on that. Don't forget, it's been a really long day, so I know that tomorrow's going to be an even longer day, because I'll explain at the end of the video why. But because of that factor, I have seen these two images. And these images are connected to a Tumblr. Not Dr. Jimmy's Tumblr. No, this is a Tumblr called HHN24.tumblr.com. And it says Untitled, and there are two images. One of which is a black image that has, like, popping green eyes in the distance. And it says, keep your flashlight close in this all-new haunted maze. So, we were thinking about seeing all the images on Dr. Jimmy's Tumblr, and there was one with a creature under the bed, and seeing those very familiar green eyes, and also could be tied into the Ritual codename, which supposedly either is one of two things. One, it is a ritual gone bad, tying in a legendary truth, or it could be El Cucuy, the boogeyman from Hollywood. Now, the thing is, looking at this image, it doesn't look like El Cucuy. There's a sign that says keep out, and then there is, like, green paint on the side of it. And it looks like we're leading towards something rather different. It says do not enter. There's a sign that says do not enter. And this looks like a very easily could be a image for this year's event. It's actually hashtag HHN24. So that's the first image. And then the second image is another one I want to talk about. This one says race against time with your friends in this all-new haunted maze. And I see, like, a chain link fence and a red and yellow background. Very carnival-like. Could this potentially be our steampunk clown factory? My question is, if this is the steampunk clown factory, and I'm guessing that this logo that I'm seeing, it is, like, it looks very carnival, and it is lit up like it would be a marquee of some sort. This also makes me wonder about these two things that I'm seeing right now. Number one, like I said before, looking at the first image, I'm gonna guess, it says to don't forget your flashlight. So are we getting another house where we're gonna have a means of light in order to go through? Is that a possibility? Interesting to think about that. We tried it before. I believe it was the Terror Mines, if I remember correctly, but obviously I am new to the Horror Nights information, so if I got that incorrect, I apologize. I believe that was a maze at one point that you did have to wear some sort of a helmet of sorts, and a group of people, it was kind of pulsed basically, the group would go through behind the person that's wearing the helmet, and everything would be covered that way. So, like I said, that should be leading to Ritual if we're looking at that. The other one, like I said, it's very strange. It's like race against time. You're going to be running against time. I mean, does this have anything to do with something like Run? Obviously, could this be like maybe a sequel to Run? I highly doubt that, because obviously we pretty much know what's coming in the event. But it's really interesting to say that you race against time, like you're on the clock to try to get through this maze. That's why I'm interested in this. And you join with your friends, like, is this going to be pulsed, potentially, as well? Is this going to be one of those situations where you and a group of your friends or a group of strangers, that's how it works at Halloween Horror Nights, go through this house, this maze, potentially? Who knows? Interesting information to see. But yeah, I just got this, like, a few minutes ago, and Horror Night Updaters haven't said anything yet, because I probably haven't had the chance to. And no one that I'm aware of has seen it. Well, I know they probably have seen it, but no one said anything yet, so I wanted to say something about this. I don't know what's going on, and it's really interesting to see these nice images pop out of nowhere. So I think there's a possibility we'll get some more information to what this might mean sometime soon. And a lot of people are being really hush-hush about things right now. There is some things that gotten out that kind of gotten capped. So, yeah, everybody's been a little bit more tight-lipped than usual, even though there is a lot of rumors still on the table and a lot of speculation that may or may not prove to be complete fact. I will say right now that, as of this very moment, there is still a possibility. It's a very small one, extremely small one, but we might get 9 houses this year. Now, I'm not saying that based on anything. I'm saying that there is a possibility, given the fact that every other day it seems like something needs to be altered, whether it is added or subtracted from the event. An alter is still on the table. As of this moment, alter is still on the table. Could we possibly get both? We heard a lot of things. We heard Crows was out, alter was in. We heard Crows and alter are in, ritual was out. Now we've heard Crows and ritual are in, and no one knows what's going on with alter. So yeah, it's really interesting to see what's going on right now. I do like these images, though. They look kind of cool. So it's interesting to see what we have that. And for those of you that need some Hollywood news, it looks like we have a facade in Jurassic Park, and it looks a whole lot to me like our slaughtered lamb from last year's event here in Orlando. So it looks like that An American Werewolf in London is 100% coming to Hollywood this year, just like I said it would. And I believe Cabin in the Woods is still coming as well. But can I give you an answer to what I believe everything is? No, not necessarily yet, because I need to go over everything again. I want to make sure I didn't miss something when I went through. Obviously, thinking that the Atari 2600 clue would equal out to The Walking Dead, not something on my mind. I did get the Waka 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 right, but I went with Fozzie Bear through Frank Oz to Werewolf versus Waka 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 literally sounding like Walker Walker Walker. Who knows what Murdy's cryptic code names are going to come out of for this time. His messages have been really interesting. It's been fun trying to decrypt them. So, what do we got right now? I can say officially that I am in for 6 days of the event. I purchased my Rush of Fear pass the other day, and I am going to be headed down for the first 6 nights of the event. Now, I will say right now that I am still in negotiation, I guess you'd say would be the right word, for finding a way for myself, and hopefully also for my friend Joe, to attend the employee preview that Wednesday night before the event, and that's what I'm hoping for right now. So again, if any of you are working for Universal and you would like to let Suro and Disney be your guest, then I totally appreciate it. So just let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. Facebook, Twitter, or you can email me. I'll let you know all that information at the end of the video. So, like I said, there's really not much going on right now. We're definitely waiting for the next announcement. We had our first trailer for Dracula Untold, and it looks interesting. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work for a maze, but I have faith that A&D wouldn't have taken on this property if they didn't have an idea of how they can make it work. So I'm going to go with that. More information whenever it breaks. I'm going to shoot you guys out a video, and we'll talk more about that in the near future. Are there going to be new scare zones we don't know about? I think that we still get those clowns in San Francisco when you get out of Disaster. When you walk through the Clown Factory, at the end of the Clown Factory, of course, not only will you see Jack, you will see more clowns, possibly with chainsaws, and maybe, potentially, we may see Eddie at some point. I don't know. Eddie's not really a clown, so it doesn't really fit, but I mean, he could be leading the clowns with chainsaws. That might be interesting. So, I had just taken that with a grain of salt, so there's always that. Like I said, not much to talk about right now, so it's kind of a low time, and where the speculation period is kind of just went to a standstill at this point, and we're looking at just a downtime right now. So hopefully we'll get some more information. Once we do, I will gladly shoot you guys out another video. Make sure you subscribe to Pop here on my YouTube channel. And make sure, if you haven't yet, like our Facebook fan page. It's Suro and Disney Pop on Facebook. Friend request me on Facebook. It's Owen Disney. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @Suro and Disney. And if you'd like to email me, and if you're a team member and you can get me and potentially my friend Joe into the employee preview, then I implore you, use that email. It's surroanddisney@gmail.com. Once again, I would like to shout out all the awesome Horror Night Updaters all over YouTube. A lot of really awesome content, and I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and once I get some more information, I'll shoot it your guys' way, and until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I got to say about that.